This is Rebecca from Rebecca's Beautiful ASMR Addiction. How are all of you? I am feeling pretty good right now and admiring my new beaded curtain, doorway curtain. This is a fulfillment of a request that I received for the sounds of a beaded curtain, and I had never thought of this. It had never crossed my mind, but I have always found myself playing with the beads at the stores. You know, that's a great sound. So this person said he never gets to hear that sound, I mean to say, for very long. So we are going to try to draw this out for as long as we can, doing a whole bunch of different things with it, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. But I found this relatively inexpensive bead curtain, and it actually came from Ukraine. I love it. I had wanted something that had a little bit more variety besides just the beads, to make multi sounds, you know, not just these, but I came up with something that I think you'll like. What I'm going to do is try some different objects against these wooden beads. I think it'll be pretty cool. But just for now, I wanted to just hear these sounds. And you can tell me how, maybe rate the different tones of the different objects that I put against these beads. I think this whole curtain has a Native American feel, or indigenous people's feeling and design, not textural feeling, but the pattern within, as you may have noticed, a little bit southwestern, if you will. I like winding up the individual strings because they have like a squeaky sound that comes from the string that they use. It's like a very stretchy fishing wire or something like that. That is so cool. Do a little braid here. I imagine I could just sit here playing with these things all day long. Or maybe braid the whole thing. But I don't think I should do that. I don't think actually I should play with this too much because I want it to last. I don't usually invest in props for a request, but I have always wanted one of these things. And they're so fun. I love them. these are a few of the objects, starting with this beautiful glass that I got from my daughter. Just want to hear the variety of textures against wood beads. I think this is the only glass object that I chose. But I have many different textures there. On the chair I have glass, stone, acrylic, plastic, wood, metal. I got a good variety so that we could experiment. I know this is silly, but it seems interesting. I love my new cup. And I love my new door hanger curtain. It's fun going in and out of it and through it every time I come through the front door. Here's a metal spoon. See how these sounds are. This is my big metal serving spoon from the kitchen. It's so cool. They remind me of like little snakes or something. I'm not sure about the sound of this. I mean, for me, standing here doing this, it's entertaining and pleasant to some degree, but I don't know how it translates as far as being relaxing or not. But that's for you guys to determine. Since this is my first video with my beaded curtain, I would sure love to get your feedback on all the different sounds that I'm going to make in this video. Handle sounds a little different than the round part of the spoon. Do a little sewing here, spoon sewing, back and forth, back and forth. I'm in my living room, and this is where I've hung the beaded curtain, so it's just right near the entryway. So we will have just a little bit of traffic sound here. Alright, this used to be my Apple bell. It's used to have a little like metal dangling thing on the inside, and I'll show you that in a second. That it is now empty. But the quality of the Apple hollow. So if I put it in this direction, it's going to be a little bit of a different sound. You see, it's empty and there's no dangly thing in there anymore. But it just has this quality. I think these kind of bells are almost too loud when you, like when I rang it, when it had the thing, it's loud, you guys, it's just loud. But it might be kind of a fun thing to, if I could find a way to hang it outside with I could turn it into, oh gosh, what do you call them? Wind chime. That would be a fun tone to hear outside. I could put like little wooden beads around it and just hang it up on my front porch. We get a good deal of wind here in Susanville. North, south, east, west. This is the coolest rock. I forget where we found it. It was some like gift shop or something. It's pretty heavy too, you guys. I'm not going to be able to hold it up for very long. But I love that it was flat. I have another stone that's a little bit of a different shape that's made of the same kind of stone. And it says, it has etched into it, nothing is written in stone. Do you get it? Anyway, we found nothing is written in stone first before we found this. And I saw this and I was like, oh gosh, you gotta have that. Why? I don't know. I do not know. I just think it's very charming. We're gonna go north, south, east, and then west with this rock. Did you get that? I just hope I don't rub any paint off of these beads. This is so much heavier than it looks, I'm telling you. Okay, here is a ceramic texture. We did our glass and we did our stone, our rock. Now we have a ceramic mug. This beautiful mug that I got from a wonderful subscriber. Isn't it a gorgeous cup? The chicken and a rooster, they look like, this cup looks like that old-fashioned china or ceramic. I forget what you call it, you guys. I know the name of it. The blue something. I'm really into the color blue in general, but you know I love it in the sky, and you know I love it in the ocean. But there's an occasional decor item like this where it just looks so perfect and appropriate. I love it. This. drink out of it. I have it sitting up in my house as a decorative item. That's how much I love it. Especially because it's got a chicken on it, you know. I have a lot of chicken mugs. But I only use them occasionally because they are decorating the space under my cupboards in the kitchen. I have a mug that I use for every day that I am not worried about breaking, you see. I am kind of a destructive person. We've got these crazy countertops in our kitchen that are made of stone, and I've broken too many dishes on it. Here is another kind of ceramic, and this is a cat. I just ordered him recently from Etsy. Isn't he sweet? But he has a different kind of sound than the ceramic mug because this is a thin and hollow ceramic. I just love the cat. I named him Cat in the Hat because he is a relative to my other two kittens that I call Thing 1 and Thing 2. In case you notice that I have a lot of scene changes and splices in this video, it is happening because there is so much traffic out in the street. So I have to edit. I don't know why, but I've got to have this compulsion to wrap a thread of these onto each object that I'm trying out. Why do I do that? I don't know. I was not thinking about strangling my cat. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, said the cat in the hat. It's like she's rubbing her face and her cheeks to mark her territory like most cats do. Gosh, I don't think I've ever seen a single cat that did not rub its face up against something or someone. It's just something that they do to lay claim. There's also, cats will spray their scent to mark their territory as well. And speaking of cats, this is my willow statuette of a woman holding a cat. And that's basically me, only I don't have blonde hair. And the reason why I chose this object is because it's made of acrylic. I do believe that all of the willow little characters are made of acrylic, but they are made to look like they have been carved out of wood. So we'll just hear what this sound sounds like against the beads. Now it's small. It's a small little statuette, so it's going to have different sounds. Strangle. No. I'm just listening to the sounds. Now here's a larger acrylic item. These are the apples that I keep in my kitchen on the countertop. I just love apples. To me they're very country, but it's also made of acrylic, and as are so many items that you can buy that are supposed to look like wood. And you can see all the little angles and carve marks on the apples, so they remind you of wood, but it's really acrylic. It's just a different sound than the angel or the lady holding the cat because it's bigger. I guess I'm really love apples, chickens, frogs, cats. In real life, these are just some of the things that I have loved. Now, another thing that I love is the sound of crickets. Only thing is, I don't think crickets are really pretty to look at. So I'm not gonna collect cricket things to decorate my house with. But apples and chickens and frogs are cute and happy. See, the end of these things are interesting. They put them in a little triangle to tie it off. Part of the reason I wrap the objects with this thing is because there is a sound, like I mentioned earlier about the strings. The strings kind of make a squeaky sound. But the bottom line is I'm just trying to think of different things to do so we can create different sounds, more different. Okay, now we're moving on to plastics. This is just a little something that I got from the Celebrate States monthly gift box. And it's just a puzzle of a hot air balloon. But this, the harder plastic has a cool sound. I haven't put this puzzle together yet. I should probably do that. But I'm keeping it in a toy box, just in case I have somebody come to visit. But maybe I'll do it. I don't know. It's a pretty picture. tiny little pieces make a kind of neat sound. What does the cap sound like? Not as pleasant, I'm afraid. It's interesting how certain tones can be more or less pleasant or relaxing, and everybody will have a different opinion about which one is the nicest, but I'd sure love to have some feedback. That's like a snake for sure. It's uncoiling itself, setting it free. Turn the light on in that room behind the curtain because I think it lends a little ambiance to the backdrop behind the curtain. There is a few interesting home decor items that you might be able to see. Cap does not sound good. No, I don't like it. So far, I think I like the plastic the best against the beads. So far. Actually, I may actually just like the sound of the beads against each other the most. Here is a plastic paintbrush. Plastic. Every time I say that word plastic, I think of Get Smart on the Get Smart TV show from way back when. And he has this little joke. He just, one of these TV shows they had, Maxwell Smart, he says, "Oh, it's the old plastic lips trick. Plastic lips." If you Google that, plastic lips, Get Smart show, they'll probably show you a scene of him saying the plastic lips trick. I'm really dating myself here, because Get Smart was on TV, I think, when I was young. Or maybe I was watching reruns. I don't know. I don't recall. Because we didn't get to watch much TV when I was little. Not very much, anyway. And when I was little, our televisions had, tubes and stuff like that. They didn't have the big flat screens, Aren't these pretty, you guys? They're so pretty. These colors are so natural. Browns and white. It's gold, actually. I think it's like, makes it look like golden oak wood, or stain. It's dark brown, white, and golden oak. But I think these are just made of pine. Pine wood. There's only so much of this you can do before you start to think, what's next? Let's try something else. And I do have something else. It's cat day, isn't it? I got this cute little critter from across the street. The family was moving out and they had a garage sale. And unfortunately, most of what they had was not very nice stuff. And this was one of 2 or 3 items that I found. But this one was just so cute. It didn't have any odor or anything. I just loved this. Something I like about it is that it can stand up on end or lay down on its belly, so the statue can go either direction. I love it. So it looks like it's either reaching up out of curiosity or it's on its belly creeping up on something. Either way, it's totally believable. And she's just like, I say she because my live cats are she's. But anyway, it's like it's either looking up and reaching up for something or hunting. Reaching up, reaching up. I don't know what kind of wood this is. It could be monkey wood. But it's like the markings on it, the way it's stained, it looks like it could be Siamese. Darker feet, ears, and tail kind of indicate a Siamese type of cat. Definitely wood though. It's wooden. Okay, now he's peeking through the curtains. He's peeking out at you. Oh, I'm going to sneak up on you. I'm going to come and get you. I'm going to get you. Hi. Okay. He belongs to me. He's got a thing around its neck. Okay, now he's going to hunt. See, he's on the prowl. See, if I lay him down flat like that, he just looks like he's hunting. It's just one of the most cutest original things I've ever gotten as far as a cat statue. Here's Here's my little dinky spoon. These are some that I ordered off of Amazon. But that is some kind of like what is it? I cannot remember the name. Bamboo. I think it's bamboo wood, but I am not sure at all. And I wouldn't have thought of looking on the advertisement from Amazon as to what kind of wood it is, because I don't really care. I just think it's so cute and petite, tiny. I like using it occasionally in my videos, but I also like keeping them out on the counter so that if I ever get a whim, I can grab it to put maybe a little honey in my tea or something like that. Can you strangle a spoon? Oh my gosh. I like the sound of that one though. I really do. Wood against wood. As far as any object goes, it's probably my second favorite sound. So we've got a bigger spoon, same company, I believe. I can't identify the wood just by looking at it. Sometimes I can tell maple. Sometimes I can tell pine and oak. But usually only if it's a piece of furniture. These smaller items, I cannot tell. I don't know. Thread this through. I've got another spoon here. This is the bigger one. What will it sound like together? Got both going at the same time. We are serving up bead curtain soup. I feel like I'm playing an instrument of sorts. Handles. See if the handles sound different. Thread, twist, thread, and twist. It's almost like it's making a pattern. Cute, cute, cute. I love it. You can see my saddle in the corner of the room back there. I've got it all draped with stuff, so it's hard to see clearly. We need to put our flag out front of the house. It's almost that time of year. Got my kitty down there. See my kitty? Hello. Miss Frog. Thank you again, Monica. Isn't it cool the way it sounds croaky? Maybe I will start collecting frogs, I don't know. I mean, this is so perfect because it's brown and it just kind of goes with all of my home decor. Plus you can pick it up and make sounds with it. I think if one of my grandchildren comes to visit, they're going to have such a fun time with this. And no, I won't put a pin in it because this little stick is so perfect. I could, but you could though. That's what's nice about it, is you have that option. You can leave it on your desk and put a pin in it, but I don't think I want to. I don't know. At least not yet. He's such a cute, cute frog. Frogs just seem cute to me for some reason. I love them. But the best thing is the sound they make. When I was a kid, we used to collect the pollywogs from our creek, and we'd bring them back with us from the creek into the front yard, and we'd let them go in our pond. We had a little pond, goldfish pond, that my dad had put together for fun. It was beautiful. It was made of brick, and it had lily pads and goldfish. It was beautiful. We'd let the pollywogs go in the pond. Then before you knew it, we had frogs. And every night, every year, I would hear the sound of frogs croaking from the creek in the backyard, but also in the pond in the front yard. So the chorus of frogs croaking was just such a part of my childhood, and I love it. Okay, that's it for Mr. Frog. We are just going to play with this like I did at the beginning. Make some really fine wood against wood sounds. Well, I'd sure love to know from all of you guys what sounds are the best. Does it sound cool when I twist it? Does it sound good just to tinkle it like this? Gather it all up and squish them together. Maybe just drape them, see what that does. Finally figured out how to, when you are walking have to do if your hands are full, but if they're not, what I do is I just pull them from the middle and separate them. Just pull them apart like parting the Red Sea. Out of my way. So cool. I've always wanted one of these. And of course, when I was young, my favorite thing would have been to have like maybe something plastic and shiny. But now I'm older. This is something that feels more adult and less, what's the word? 60s, 1960s had just this attitude of hippie, like hippie look. And maybe this still has kind of a bohemian hippie feeling, but the colors match my home decor. And yet, I still get to have a retro type of item in my house. I remember when I was young, I kind of liked some of the bohemian type of things, but I was always the one who was going for the fuchsia colored plastic rhinestone glittery things, and I still love those, you guys. Still my preference on so many levels, but I like the natural look just as much. I remember buying some wind chimes that were made out of little tinkly glass bells, and they were shaped like flowers. And oh, the sound was so wonderful. I'd buy that again. I would love to have a wind chime like that. Anyway, we're finished, and I will see you